It was a fatal error.
Have you ever heard of a man who believed nothing could stop him? Napoleon Bonaparte, the greatest general of his era, felt invincible. But in 1812, he made a mistake that would change the fate of Europe and turn his mighty army into an army of frozen ghosts. Today, you'll discover what not to do when invading Russia.
In 1812, Napoleon ruled almost all of Europe. His ambition had no limits. His next target, the vast Russian Empire. He gathered the largest military force ever seen, over 600,000 men from many nations. His plans seemed simple. March quickly, defeat the Russians, take Moscow, and force the Tsar to surrender. Confident in his reputation, Napoleon believed in a swift victory. But he underestimated two deadly foes, the endless Russian lands and the power of winter. He ignored warnings about supply lines, trusting his usual tactics from Western Europe. As the French army advanced, the Russians retreated, burning everything as they went. Fields, villages, all supplies. Napoleon's soldiers, used to living off the land, began to starve. When they finally reached Moscow, the city was almost empty and burning. Napoleon waited weeks for a surrender that never came, as the cold grew worse. By late October, temperatures plunged. With no food, no shelter, and now no time, Napoleon's army began to die, not just in battle, but from cold and hunger.
The once grand armée became a shadow of itself. Of the 600,000 men who entered Russia, fewer than 100,000 returned. Napoleon's reputation shattered. This defeat marked the beginning of the end for his empire. Napoleon's mistake was to ignore his enemy, underestimate the climate, and neglect logistics. His arrogance came at a terrible cost, not just for him, but for hundreds of thousands of soldiers.
What would you have done differently? Next time someone says they can win any battle, remember, nature and logistics are enemies no general can ignore. In our next episode, discover another fatal error when overconfidence leads to total disaster.
If you do not want to repeat my fatal error, like this video and subscribe to the channel.